Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to do a belly band that I spoke about for that one cutout page that I didn't like the backside of. So it's just a simple little thing, but I thought you'd like to come along and see how I did it. Here we have the last couple pages of the sneaky peek. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it done. So we have a pocket here, and I didn't put anything in any of these pockets. I have no idea why. But this was from some kind of a kit from um, Pink Monarch Prints. So I put it here. I did a few numbers and a few layers of paper and stickers and things like that. And then, of course, I tucked them up underneath of here so you look like you had layers here. I like that look because this is actually glued down on top of it. And then I have a little bit of lace here to carry the theme, I have to have a little bit of lace. I had this number strip. I put that there. And then this was from one of the Tim Holtz papers that kind of reminds me of cigar boxes. So that got put there. Over here we have this old gentleman that sells cars. I have a little bit of Tim Holtz washi. That's a vellum. I don't know why I was wanting to say washi. There's a ticket form here. This is a sticker. I'd stamped. I did a little bit of stenciling back here and a little number and another thing about cars. And, of course, the lace is behind. So we're keeping our theme going along. And as you can see, the colors in here, the green is a little out there. But most of your colors are all in the neutrals, the brown. I did put a little pop of color there. But yeah, if you keep your colors like the old vintagey look, you get a very good, you know, mesh in here. It all looks like it goes together because you've used like white, tan, brown, black. And you can put a few little colors here and there, but don't overdo it. Just don't overdo it. I did do gold through here a lot too. All right, so the last page is this one. And this is another one of those stamps by Lorna at Tailor Made Journals. Love it, love it. I did it in a gold embossing powder. Over here is another one of my favorite numbers. And a few little Tim Holtzy things. Like this came out of a ephemera pack. And I think this did too. And that one and that one. And I got a little lace here. I've got a doily here to simulate lace. And it's another pocket, of course, and it didn't feel. So that is a pocket. And then we have a die cut over here. I wasn't crazy about it. I thought, oh, yeah, it's got gold in it. And then after I cut it, I wasn't crazy about it. So that's why it's on this back page. Oh, there's a pocket here as well. Yeah, pockets all around, everybody. All around. And I did a little bit of, that was the leftover that I had left of that lace, and this one as well. A few little pieces, strips with gold on there. Music. That was one of my little clear stamps that I had done. And I've got a word stamp in the background with a splatter of gold. So that is the book. And like I said, if you plan to do something like this is nothing but like, it may be a little heavier duty than actual, fast food bags. So if you needed to, you get those and like put several of them together. I also have 2 rolls of this craft colored paper, and I'm not exactly sure what it was, like a drop cloth or one is like a shelf liner, but it's very thin. So this one, I don't know. It's like a combination. I know this is the thicker one, and then some of them are the thinner ones, but you can glue several layers together if you need to do that. But yeah, just decide to put one together. I think here I sewed it maybe in the wrong place. I think it was supposed to have been sewn there. but I'm not sure. Where was that? Is that this one? I think it is. But it's a bag, so you can get bags and decorate them. Uh, just anything that was trash. This is an old envelope that I had. This was like cut-offs from around an 8.5 by 11 paper with digital on it. You've got different laces. So yeah, just get in there and just start throwing a few layers together and just play with it. It's fun. I love doing this. This is from last year maybe. I can't remember. But I mean, I had so much fun doing it. First off, I went and I splattered, painted, gessoed, etc. my base papers. Put that gold on there. I had a spray bottle with gold. This has got some tulle on it, more of that vellum from Tim Holtz. A bunch of people from Tim Holtz too, some buttons. So yeah, just collect you up a bunch of stuff and put you a little book together. I loved it. I loved it. Oh, and I couldn't give it away. I couldn't. Yeah, it wasn't going to happen. All right, so what we're doing today is, and thank you for coming to visit. I need to say that before I forget. Thank you for coming and joining me today to see what I was going to show you. This is the first signature, in the Poe journals. And as you remember, here was my cutout belly band. So it's got a letter tucked behind there. This is a little piece from the kit, the digital kit. This is a piece from the digital kit. And this one may be a little different than the one I showed you. I can't remember. I used a few pieces from the Pink Monarch print. There was a little triangle in there, another little piece that I put here, and then it had like a little band. And I decided to use that. I think the original one that I showed you, I had a tuck up here and a tuck down there. I'm not so sure I liked that, and it was a little harder to get your bookmark into. But this one's not so bad. And then you just kind of slide it down in there. And then, of course, your letter can slide in and out. And then this little double journal card can go in here like that. And it gives you your visual. Plus you've got your black cat down here. One of his stories. I'm not sure exactly what the letter is. There was 3 letters that they gave you. That was his letters. Originals. Then we have this, and I did not like this look. So, I took a piece of paper, and I've got one already made over here, but I'm going to actually show you. This is one of the backdrops. I picked out a few of the backdrops, trying to figure out if I was going to use them with another little project for this book, but I decided against it. I didn't like the way it turned out. It's backdrops, Halloween, I don't know which year because it's got several years, but the number for this one is TH94251. And it had a lot of great basics. Like this one, that's the one we're going to use today. Kind of looks like a corrugated metal tin roof or something. But I've used this one in another couple of the books because I can only get like 2 out of here. These are what size are these? Does it say? 6 by 10. They're 6 by 10. And they make a great... If you haven't ever got a backdrop, you might want to get one. Because look, you can fold it right in half. And it becomes a little book. You can leave the 3 layers, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers together. Sew them together. Make you a little book and start decorating it. That may be what I do with the rest of these. Because I have, quite a bit of Halloween stuff over there, and I don't think, and see, this one even has something about a casket. So they were kind of geared towards spooky and Halloweeny kind of things. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody asked me if I was going to get around to doing Halloween this year. I don't think I am. I'm trying to get these 4 books done, and I've really been pushing it because my recipients, at least 2 of them, want them before Halloween so they can decorate with them. if you can believe that. They're going to display them on a coffee table or something. So you pick out which piece you want as your front, because that'll be the one you will definitely see. I like this background, and then you don't have to measure. I'm just kind of putting it up about this high because I have this journal card that I'm going to be putting inside of it. You can still see part of the card, but it needs to be tall enough for it to go into. And then what you're going to do is choose, did I do that right? I think it's straight. It don't have to be. It looks like it might be up a little further on that side. I'll figure it out when I get over here and cut it. But then you want to cut it about right up to here. And we could probably just go ahead and draw us a mark there. Let's actually measure this and see if I'm... Okay, that's 1 2 3 4 5/8. It's about right. It's about right. So here, we're going to go ahead and line this up to where I got about 1/2 of an inch sticking up above. And we'll just do it that way and cut it with our scissors. And then I'll have this one ready for... and since it's got the green and the grungy on it, I could put this in my specimen journal, you know. That rare thing you don't hear about often lately. But this is how you start out. And you want it to be a little bit smaller than the area you're going to put it on. So most of my pages are 5.5 wide. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it about right here. Yeah, just kind of eyeball it. Don't have to be too neat. That part especially is going to be right in the border. But yeah, that worked out just right. So then what you're going to do is we'll take and set this to the side for now while we decorate our pieces and get them prepped up. Now, I pulled this to go in it, and that's what I put in most of mine because I had an idea. They sent you the Raven. The whole, that's the back side. This is the front. This is the first set of it, and then this is the last. So they sent you the whole thing of the Raven. And I thought, you know, I might want to put this in there because I have this as the journal card. And then I picked out Nevermore to go on it. And then I had a little bird. I've also got a little twig over here, and I got a little piece of lace. So those are going to go in it. Now, I might put this with it. I just don't know. It might all go together. So what's going to happen is I'll probably fold this in half and put it in there. And then we'll put that over there. And then we're going to fix this up. It needs to be a little bit of color, especially on the back. So what we're going to do is take our, what is this? My oxide here, my vintage photo. And we're going to, I'm not going to use that. I've been starting to use these brushes, Chestita. I love it. I love these brushes. Oh my God. I don't know how it got away with not using them before. So all I'm doing is putting a good layer of it. And it pretty much stretches it a long way. Check this out. So if you've never gotten one of these brushes, they're supposed to be like a makeup brush. You can get them at the Dollar Tree for a really great price. And then you can order sets of them. I've seen them at Michael's. Of course, those are a little pricey unless you get a deal. But they're great for just like spreading color around, especially if you're not wanting to print and use up all that ink on your printer. You can do this. Now, I'm going to scuff the front because I don't exactly like that this is so white up here. And I'm leaving just the banner white. So the rest of it, I kind of scuffed around on it. So we're going to put that back up here. And that's what I've been doing. Any of the back sides of anything that I didn't want to be white. And I wanted to put a little color on here to vintage size it. I'm trying to make up a word and it ain't working. It won't trip off of my tongue. All right, and then we have the Nevermore. So let's get that cut and trim down. And that will just go on the front. I'll do a little bit of inking on the edges of that. And then we have tickets. There's a set of tickets in this digital I'm using. And you can actually, I've seen people use the whole set of tickets as a belly band. And I looked at that, but they were really skinny. It was going to be a skinny belly band. All right. Now, a great thing to do if you have these circle punches, and this one's like the regular old punch, like you'd use in your office, hole punch. But you go and you try to find where that little edge is, and you cut it out, and see you can do that. And you can make your own ticket-shaped items. I've done it over the years. I've made quite a few ticket-looking things, real big journal cards and such, by just doing that. And see how it turns out. It turns out really cool. And we're going to get this off of here. Duck that. Alright, and then we're going to finish our edges here with a little bit of ink, just to get them to work with everybody else. And there. And then this is the one. Oh, I need to do this too. I did the back, but I didn't do the front, did I? Oh, well. Yeah, it doesn't take long. You just got to throw you some ink on there. Sometimes the less neat and tidy you are with the ink, the better. And I like to do this because I don't like that white shining its bright and happy face at me. Yeah, it's not a bright and happy time anymore. Alright, so here is what we're doing. We're going to first take our glue and we're going to run it down the edge right here. Okay. And this is an easy belly band, but it has a lot of punch. You know, you got a lot you can do with it. I've done several belly bands over the years, and, you know, I've shown you. One had a little tucky thing in there, and it also had a pocket in the front. So that one is where, if you wanted to do one like that, the next step you would do is put a piece on the back that's about this same size, yet it sticks out just a little bit farther on here, and you're able to go in and out and tuck something long ways as well. You're going to glue it this, and this, and leave this end open, and then you glue it down, and it's a belly band, and you're only gluing, you know, the two ends like that. So you have a way to stick something in that way, and this way, and that way. So that's a belly band on what is that? Cortisone? No, not cortisone. Steroids. Maybe that's what I'm trying to think of. Okay, so this is one of my die cut pieces. It's a Tim Holtz, and it is just a I got white edges everywhere. You won't see the back side, but I don't like that. You can probably see that top side. So it's a little bit longer than what I would like, but we're going to go ahead and put us like 2 strips of glue right where that band area is. Okay, then it's going to go on the bottom down here and hang down just a tad, like that. And I've got a, yeah, here it is, my nasty little rag. It's about ready to go bye-bye. I've been sopping up all the different glues and things as I've been putting items together lately, and it's almost had all it could take. There's not a spot on here that's unglued. All right, so next I want to put my bird like right here. He's kind of, you'll have a little bit sticking up, so we'll put that part there like that. And I was looking at some more of my stories, and I was going to continue a few little other stories that had to do with, once I got to Dinwiddie, my aunt remembers, and she was just a little thing, she said. She remembers a swinging bridge that went over to her oldest sister's house. And I guess this went across that Jackson River, because she said it was a real dark, murky water, and it was a big old swinging bridge, but the thing was, it was kind of ancient, and it was real holy. I mean, it had boards missing and stuff like that, and she was always so scared to go across it, and it didn't help that she had these brothers and stuff that would come along and try to shake it, and yeah, She said it was so scary. I know it had like a handle or something, but it's not always that easy to cross a swinging bridge, especially somebody's wiggling the other end of it. Oh, I did that on every single one of them. Those top ones you don't need. You don't need the glue on because it's going along right here to the edge of this and kind of just decorating up that little edge. There we go. And then this goes in here. And so you've got the Raven and Nevermore. And then we'll have our actual poem over here to go in it. So let's open this. See, it didn't take very long, did it? We'll open this and glue this in. And like I said, you only need to glue the two sides. And yeah, I think I need to trim this one edge. I think the inside one's good. I don't know if that's going to hang all the way over. It may not. If it does, I'll fix it. All right. So we're going to go all the way down here like this with the glue on that side and with the glue on this side. And we're going to put it down in the middle as best as possible. Right there. Looks good. And let's see if we can get that to go down. Stay there. And see, that goes right up to the edge. But over here, it was going to hang over, and that's why I trimmed it. I probably didn't have to trim it as much as I did, but that's okay. All right, so that part is done. Now, what I had done before was just added this in. And see, that covered all of the pieces almost. I see a little bit up there. But I think the better thing to do is to use the poem. Now, the poem is too long that way. I mean, I could cut the top off, but that's cutting off the Raven part. So I'm thinking to go this way, which, either way, it's it's not gonna cover everything I want. The one way would, but all right. Let's see. Is that too big? Let's see if we can get that down in here and see what we can do. Oh, well, it fits. Let's see. Yep. There we go. You can't tell it's the Raven's poem, but, I may be able to put like a little, one of these doodads on it. And actually, that goes with that color pretty good. I don't like the bubble side. That's too big, though. I have to find one of those small ones if I got it. But anyhow, I'll try to see what I could do there. It may just get left alone. Or I'll make my own. I do have my own little template. Because that would work. I'll leave that out and I'll probably do that. Okay, and then if you wanted to, you could actually put your Death Dealer card in here as well. It could have several things in it. So I might just leave it that way. That looks like it works. All right. It's a really short video today. I know. But I just didn't have really anything prepared to do. And I still need to start, knocking out more of this book. I'm almost done. I'm thinking, I had a poison page I wanted to do. Though it might just be like a little collage of something. And what else is on my list here? Oh, I have the writing fluid and hand stamp. I do need to do something with that. And I'm trying to think if I want to just do that on a piece of cardstock or something to tuck in somewhere or what. But this, I wanted to show you this. I got this done. I just don't know where it's going to go yet. This is that Superstition book cover that I had the other day and showed you, and then the Tamerlane, and I used my little brush with my vintage photo to go around and, ink it up a bit so it wasn't white. And then I inked the outside edges with the scorched timber, and of course back here. Now, it didn't do too bad. I can still see Taken by Death. I can still see the man killed and something. So I can see everything I needed to see. And I I think once you fold it, and I'd probably fold it about like this, right in half, you can see the taken by death and everything on this side. And then in here, you'll see the skull. It'll be kind of like that. You'll see the skull and everything on this side. And you got the superstitions word. And then on that side, you'll see the candle and the bowl and a book. And I think that's kind of cool. And then you have the actual first part of the poem. So I think that's a poem. Yeah. Okay. I just have to figure out where it's going to go. All right. Well, I thank you for coming to visit, all my subscribers and viewers. I hope you got a little bit of an idea of a few things you could do here. And I hope everybody has a great, great day. All right. Bye-bye.